What's up, Jet fans? A new wide receiver is joining the team, but is Josh Reynolds the missing piece for the New York Jets offense, or just a stopgap? Let's break it all down. My name is Julian Lo Casto, and this is the Gangrene Report. Guys, if you're tuning in, like this video and subscribe if you're new, so that way you can get up-to-date information on all things Jets this offseason. Let's dive into the video, guys. First off, the Jets have just signed Josh Reynolds to a one-year contract worth up to $5 million. Yes, just a one-year deal, which shows the Jets keeping their options open while adding a potential contributor with some familiar faces, being as though Josh Reynolds has been with the Detroit Lions and Denver Broncos. So there is some familiarity with new GM Darren Muji, as well as the coaching staff with Tanner Angstrand and also our new head coach Aaron Glenn with their time in Detroit. This deal is at a maximum of $5 million, so that doesn't mean that this is a fully guaranteed $5 million. This is a low-risk, high-reward move that could pay off really big time, especially for a room that is very, very thin. Now, let's take a look at Reynolds' production over the last few seasons. He's been a solid target for the Detroit Lions and Denver Broncos. Had a down year this past year with the Broncos, starting the season hot with a couple of solid games, but ultimately got phased out of the offense, had a mid-season injury, had a weird incident where he ultimately got shot in the arm and the back of the head, ultimately being labeled as minor injuries, though. Was released by the Broncos, got picked up by the Jacksonville Jaguars, where he didn't really play at all. So we didn't really see much of him in 2004. But in 2023, he had 40 catches for 608 yards and 5 touchdowns, while ultimately being the secondary option at the wide receiver spot behind Amon-Ra St. Brown. And in 2022, he actually played 13 games for the Lions and recorded 38 catches for 576 yards and 4 touchdowns. Reynolds is known for being that deep threat ability, averaging about 15 yards per catch. He may not be the true number one wide receiver, but he's shown that he can stretch the field and be a reliable secondary target on a team like the Lions. Now, why does this matter so much to the Jets? With the possibility of Allen Lazard being a post-June 1st cut, the Jets might be looking to replace him. Reynolds could be that guy. While he doesn't have Lazard's physicality in a sense, he's still 6'3", so he brings that big body receiver that you could put on the outside. Reynolds offers a different skill set, one that could complement Garrett Wilson. We've seen Lazard. He hasn't really cut out the last couple of years and hasn't lived up to the contract that we've given him. So if anything, Reynolds could provide some valuable addition to this offense and provide versatility next to Garrett Wilson that Lazard just hasn't been able to do. Right now, outside of Garrett Wilson, the Jets wide receiver room is very thin. So there's some interesting pieces, but nobody that has been proven to be a wide receiver to option at this point in time. There's some key depth pieces like Tyler Johnson and others that we've been adding to this team. Malachi Corley is still very unproven. We have no idea what we're going to get out of him. Could we see a potential resurgence with him in year 2 with some more additional snaps his way and catches? We don't know. But Reynolds adds depth and reliability to the group. But don't expect this to be a last move at wide receiver. The Jets could potentially utilize the draft and target another wide receiver in the draft. There's plenty of talent available. And with the addition of Justin Fields, the Jets will want to give him as many weapons as possible to succeed in 2025. So what do you guys think of the signing of Josh Reynolds? Is it a right move for the Jets? Or are they just kind of buying time and waiting for a bigger move to happen later down the road? Let me know with your thoughts in the comments below. Like this video and subscribe. And as always, guys, go Jets.